session is going to be on ChatGTP versus ChatGTP Plus. Which one do you have to go with? I get this question a lot of the time from my clients and some of my coaching students. And so we're going to dig deep into that and see the options, the features in each, and see which one you have to go for, depending on what you want to use it for. And so we're going to go into that. And let me just start my slides so that you can have a visual of what we are going to talk about. And also, as I share the slides, I'm going to interchange that with some practical work on about how to use prompts and how to see the features in both the free version and the plus version. And so, without wasting any time, let's set the ball rolling. And so, yeah, as you can see, we have ChatGTP versus Chat GPT Plus, and which one should you use? This is a question that comes up all the time. And this live session is sponsored, or not sponsored, but it's brought to you by myself, Eric Baykes, and Charity Gali ICT Education Foundation. Uh, People will ask, who are you? And as I said, my name is Eric Baykes. I'm a former DevOps engineer or a cloud architect. I've been in the IT domain for over 20 years, and I'm now working as an AI consultant and digital marketing expert. And so I don't really code, write the code behind AI. What I do is I apply it in everyday life, especially in digital marketing, to help businesses and also to coach other students to become entrepreneurs, freelancers, AI consultants, or digital marketing experts. That's the kind of things I do. And I also help people with their life. As a life coach, I work as a life coach, helping people to see what is going on at their blind spot, helping people, empowering people to let them know what is possible in life and how to change your mindset to be on the positive side of things all the time. At least you have to be 51% on the positive side, right? Because when you have a positive mindset, you attract positive things into your life, whether it's about marriage life, relationships, business, friendship, whatever it is, even with health. If you tune your mind on the positive side of things, you are always going to attract positive things into your life. And so it's always very important to have that consciousness, always have that at the back of your mind. Every now and then you have to be checking in with yourself to see what you are thinking. If the thought is bad, try to change it to the positive side. And so that is it about life coaching. And for so about Charity Gali ICT Education Foundation, this was started by uh, Agbeko Kumoji, and aka Professor Double Double. So according to Prof, he says that no child should learn computers on the blackboard and from books. He thinks that every child deserves the chance to learn computers by getting their hands dirty, learning it in real time. And so he built an ICT center in Agbozome, and this is like a brick and mortar ICT center with over 30 to 40 computers, and this is to help the people of Agbozome, those who don't have access to internet, those who don't have access to computers, to come in and learn. So this is something that is helping a lot of schools in the area, and also with people who don't have access to this, they can come to the ICT Center in Agbozome to learn. Now, when I saw my brother doing this great philanthropic work, I thought that this was a big deal. You know, how many people can dedicate their time to do this for other people. And so I decided that, look, I can also help him by providing these free online classes to the same people and even extrapolate it to the whole Ghana, to the whole Africa, so that we can empower our youth to become self-sufficient and not dependent on the government. And so this classes that we are having, this live classes that we are having, it's not something that, you know, it's just come here and, you know, you just learn and forget about it. This is practical, hands-on training that you are going to get that is going to put you on the pedestal to progress in life as far as the AI or the digital marketing space is concerned. And so, yeah, and I'm going to read some of the things that we have here. Uh, this is to support Professor Double Double's vision by expanding Kumoji's mission to uplift communities through accessible ICT and digital education. Here, we provide free quality training, um, online training in AI, digital skills, and technology for those who lack access. And we give you real world skills by equipping equipping the students with practical digital skills to secure opportunities, build careers, and start online businesses, and to build a strong learning community, creating disciplined environment where students commit to growth, development, and digital excellence. So this is our goal for this platform, this education foundation. So if you have any support and you want to support Professor Double Double, you can always go to his page. Just do a search on Facebook and you are going to find him, Professor Double Double or Kumoji Agbeko, and you are going to see the wonderful work that he's doing. He has also started building a second ICT center in North Ketu North, which is also in the Volta region. And his plan is to build ICTs all over Ghana. And so if you have a land somewhere in the other regions and you want to support this course, you are welcome to join and help build Ghana and help empower the youth in Ghana. So let's move on. And so what is Chat GPT? And this is going to be a bigger friendly intro because as you know, this program is for anybody who doesn't have any experience in AI or in the tech field or who is trying to better their life with technology. And so ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence model designed to understand and generate human-like text. Think of it as a highly sophisticated language assistant that can help with writing, answering questions, brainstorming ideas, and much more. When you interact with ChatGPT, you provide a prompt, simply the instructions or question you give it. The clearer the prompt, the better the response. It's like having a conversation with someone who has read millions of books and articles. And so ChatGPT is basically connected to a big database, and this database is the internet. So everything on the internet, ChatGPT has access to it, and it's just phenomenal. As I said, it's like talking to somebody who has read millions of books and articles. And so that is what ChatGPT is. So consider it as a big repository of knowledge where everything that you are looking for is almost there. And this is what happens behind the scenes. Ever wondered how ChatGPT comes up with responses? It's not magic, right? It's not magic. It's the result of sophisticated machine learning technology trained on enormous amount of data from across the internet. Understanding the basics can help you write better prompts and get more useful answers. If you were here last week, I talked about prompts. These are the instructions that you give to the chatbot, right? It's about garbage in, garbage out. And so the clearer the instruction is or the prompt is, the better answer you are going to get. And so you have to really understand how to write prompts. If you don't know how to write prompts, ChatGPT is just going to be useless in your hands. It's just like having a Ferrari sitting in your garage and not knowing how to drive. So, what is the point, right? And so, you have to understand how to prompt the chatbot. And this is not just specifically for ChatGPT, it's for all the LLMs, right? LLMs are large language models, and this include last week I shared with you what they are. So you have ChatGPT, which is powered by OpenAI. You have Grok, which is powered by XAI by Elon Musk. You have Claude, which is powered by Anthropic, and you have Gemini, which is powered by Google, and you have Copilot, which is powered by Microsoft. So there are a lot of large language models, but since ChatGPT is like the one that came out first time, they are on top of things, and so that's why we use ChatGPT to do most of our demonstrations. And so yeah, it has massive training data. So ChatGPT was trained on billions of words from books, websites, articles, and conversations. This vast knowledge base allows it to understand context and generate relevant responses. It can also predict what comes next. At its core, ChatGPT predicts the most likely next word or phrase based on patterns it learned during training. It's like an incredibly advanced autocomplete system. You know what an autocomplete is like when you are typing on your phone and you want to spell something like uh, there, right? You type THE, it can complete it and say there. Or you want to type your email as soon as you start the first three letters, it knows that you want to type your email and it completes it. So it have that predictive intelligence built within it, and it also has a neural networks that powers it. Neural networks, and neural. When you think of neurals, think about the brain. The brain has so many neurons which are interconnected to help communication, to make the body function. It's the same way that the power behind ChatGPT it operates with the same principles. It has deep learning neural networks process your input through multiple layers, identifying patterns and relationships to generate human-like text. And so that is it. It communicate. You can communicate with the chatbot, and it gives you answers. You can talk to it like you talking to a friend. And the clearer your prompts, the better the results you get. And so the quality of ChatGPT response depends heavily on your prompt. Very important. And next week we are going to have a class on prompt engineering so that you can be well equipped to know the kind of instructions that you give to your chatbot to get the most out of it. And so that is that. It's garbage in, garbage out. Always think of it like that. And next week, we are going to learn a lot of tricks about how to, if you don't know what to say to the chatbot, if you don't know the kind of prompts you have to use, there is a reverse engineering way of doing that by using the same chatbot to help you come up with the perfect prompt. So that is good for that. And um, there are different modules available. And so think of ChatGPT or any of these large language models as a car, right? A car, let's say Mercedes Benz, has different models: C class, A class, E class, and even within the modules, there are sub modules like E class, E350, E450. You get the point. And so with ChatGPT, the same thing. There are different modules for different things that you want to use it for. And so we're gonna get into that. So I just wanted to give you a brief, high level uh, background of what ChatGPT is before we can go into comparing the differences. And so, if this is really hitting the right nerves, please type in this is making sense in the chat box so that I know that you are getting some value from this. And then we can move on to the next slides. Yep. Okay. Let's see what you got. Let me know if this is making sense. If you are getting any value from this, please put it in the chat. Let me know if this is making sense to you. And yeah, let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next slides. So now we are going to talk about the versions, right? We talk about the free version and then the plus version and why you should use either the free or the plus version. We are going to go into that, but before we do that, I am going to um, I am going to share my screen where we are going to compare the free version and the paid version to see the difference. And so, if you are watching, you can go straight to your computer, sorry, and you can type in you can go to ChatGPT, and the address or the URL is https um, colon forward slash ChatGPT. Let me see if I can drop it in the chat box, and you can go there so you can practice along with me. But I will prefer you to pay attention to see what I'm doing. You can always go back to this video and review it again and do whatever that we did, right? And so I'm going to share this prompts and all this stuff with you at the end of this lesson, and it's going to be dropped in the video as well. And so please pay attention and watch what we are going to discuss. We are going to compare these two uh, versions and see which one. So let me drop this here. Um, let's see. All right, let me do this. Mhm. So as you can see, we have two versions here. One is in dark mode and the other one is in no, yeah. So this is it. So on my left, you see that it's a free version here, and you always see that it gives you the plus version to upgrade to. And so this tells you that this is the free version. And you see upgrade here, that means that you are using the free version. On the right hand side, you can see that it's more of a plus. And so for I used a different email to create, the free version, and I have another email address that I use for the Plus account. And so, if you have the free version and you want to upgrade, you just have to go to Get Plus, and what's gonna do is to get upgrade. It's just gonna take you to the options, the plan page where the free version is zero. This is what you get simple explanations, have short chats for common questions, try out image generation, and it's not really that powerful, but it's still powerful for what we use it for most of the time. With the plus, this is what you get for $20 a month, and you usually get um, 1 month free subscription to test ride it. And then once you think that, okay, this is what I need, you can continue the subscription. And just for setting the record straight, I'm not getting anything from OpenAI. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just telling you how valuable they are. I use it all the time. I use the free version a lot. And so I think that this is something that I can share with my community. And so I'm not getting paid by ChatGPT to promote this product. And so just to set the record straight. And if you want the pro version, it's like $200 a month. This is for people doing like crazy stuff. But most people will stay in with the plus version depending on what they are doing. But for the pro version, you can see what you can do in addition to what you normally get with the plus version. You can also get early access to experimental features, deploy code faster with Codex. That is for coding. If you are somebody who codes, expand your limit with Sora. Sora is an image generating tool, and it's also used for videos. And I think there was a new Sora updates out, and it's crazy. People are really talking about it. It's getting a lot of raves, and so that is that. And yeah, so that is just enough of what the options are. Now let's get deeper into what the main features are. And so with the free version, when you do the drop down, you can see that there is only one model that you can use, and that is just the power that it gives you, right? You only have one module that you can use, and you don't even know which module it is. And I believe it's like the watered down module, which is not that powerful. So it's just like, as I said, comparing it to a car, you have a 1.1 liter car as against a 4.5-liter car. The 4.5 is obviously more powerful. It can carry more load. The engine is stronger and all that. So look at it that way. For the Plus version, you have so many modules. Now we are GPT 5.1. That's the latest version that we have. And you can put it in auto where it will decide on which module to use depending on the input, depending on the prompt that you give it. And you can either put it in the um, instant mode where it's just going to give you instant answers right away. When I'm working on, big research and I'm doing things which really needs a lot of accurate, you need to make sure that you have accurate information. I put it in the thinking mode. It takes longer for you to get an answer, but it's better. I would rather wait maybe 1 minute to get something better than to prompt it back and forth to make sure that I get the right answer. And there are legacy modes where modules where you go back into time as to the previous versions. And so this is like the option. So when it comes to the modules, as you can see, you have a lot of options with the paid version. And also other things that you want to look at. Let me go here. So with the free version, as you can see on my left-hand side, you have the new chat to start a new conversation. The library is where all the things that you've generated, especially images, this is where the library stores all your images at. And you can also do a search if you have different conversations and you are looking for a specific one, maybe 3 months down the road, you are looking for a specific research that you did, you can use the search feature, which is also common for both of them. But as you can see here now, to those of you who have ChatGPT since it launched in, let's say, 2022, you will still have some of these features in here, but if you are a new account subscriber, you might have what I have because I created this account just yesterday and I was surprised that it didn't have things like GPT, and I tried to question Chat GPT about it and it was telling me that I need to contact support or something like that. But so that is that. With the premium version, you have Codex. Codex is for people who want to code. So if you are coding or you have a code that you want to refactor or maybe see, check errors or debug it, this is where you do that. This is Codex. In the free version, you don't have it here. And so that is one thing that I just realized that is missing. And also there's something called GPTs. GPTs are more like, and I'm going to go into GPTs, but before I go into GPTs, let me go into projects. So projects are like nested charts. And so if I'm building a project, I can say, okay, this is manage IT services, right? This is a project that I use to handle my clients in the IT services industry. And so everything that I want ChatGPT to know, I put that kind of information like my office, my phone number, the kind of clients I'm looking for, the emails, anything that I want, I can create sub chats under the project, and that makes it like a one mini chat GPT on its own with its own database. So with projects, you are not really taking any information out, but all the information is coming from your project. And you can create many projects the same way you can do that with the free version. Now, when it comes to GPTs are more like applications. So I don't have it in the free version, but let's see what is in the paid version. These are like extra things that people have created, extra apps that people have created and shared that you can use. So when you come here, you have Canva. Canva is a standalone application, but there's a GPT version that you can integrate with your chat GPT. So it makes it seamlessly. You can, move back and forth with that to use Canva to do your designs. And if you are writing, these are all the apps, AI humanizer, which makes you to it helps you to write more things in a human way. Song maker GPT, and these are GPTs which have been built either by ChatGPT or by other developers. And when you have projects, you can make it public by creating it as a GPT. That is something that we can talk about later. And so that is the advantage of having projects. If let's say I build a recipe about, how to prepare, let's say, a beer, or how to prepare food, the recipe and the process and all that, I can create it under project and then later turn it into a GPT, share it on this platform so that people can access it for free or maybe for a fee, depending on how you want to look at it. So, like for lifestyle, you have things going on here. So that is the what GPTs can do. With the free version, you won't have it, but some people might have it depending on which area. Even the interfaces might not be the same for everybody, depending on your country or what you are going to use it for. And so when you are signing up, it asks you a couple of questions, and I don't know how they come up with a dashboard, but depending on what you are going to use ChatGPT for, it kind of customize your dashboard for you. So that is that. There is Sora video prompter. And like I said, I had a free version, but I still had access to Sora. I had access to GPTs, but now with the new version, you don't have it there. And so, yeah. And when it comes to, so this is just the basic features between the paid version and the free version. Another thing that I want to share is that if you have the free version, there's something you can do here, right? You can go into this and then go to personalization. This is how you train ChatGPT to do things that you want. So personalization, you want to tell it, give it specific instructions. And like I said, when it comes to prompt, you want to have some restrictions, some guardrails and all that, some instructions that you want to get from your output all the time. This is where you tell it to do. You can give your name, like I'm Bakes, your occupation, what you do, more about you. And so when you ask it a question and it's about your profession, it knows everything already. It knows your name and all that. You can also go to general settings where you do change the appearance, the language, and all that. But the personalization part is something that is really um, uh, very good. Like, for me, the custom instructions I have is always ask questions if my prompt is too vague. And so when I ask ChatGPT something that is not too sure about, it's always going to ask me further questions to make sure that he's gotten he knows what I'm asking, right? And so it's not gonna guess and hallucinate and give me some nonsense. And I also tell it not to use the long dashes in my responses. And so that is something that it does all the time. The long dashes, I've forgotten the name, but I don't like it in my outputs. And so I try to uh, give these instructions to let it know that I don't want my output to be in that format. And I also don't want it to use this particular word, fluff. Every time you ask it to give you something, it's gonna say no fluff, no this, no that, no that. I don't like that. And so that is something that I've told it not to do. And my occupation is here, my nickname, my occupation, IT consultant and digital marketing expert. I can write more about what I do. It changes all the time depending on who I'm talking to, right? Because I can be talking to an IT company, helping them with the IT solution, or I can be talking to somebody who is interested in digital marketing and AI, or somebody who is interested in life coaching. So I don't try to confuse it. I'm still thinking, but I might, my bread and butter is about, helping IT companies. So I'm going to work on that. But you get the whole idea. And so that is another thing that, even though it's not part of this, I just wanted to shed some light on that. And so that is pretty much now. Why do you have to spend $20 a month in order to use this tool? And that is something that we are going to see right now. So I have already prepared some prompts that we are going to use, and we are going to test them at the same time to see the speed. One thing that you are going to see is that the premium version is really fast, and the premium version is really fast, and the free version is kind of slow, and the quality or the output is also different. And so we are going to use the same prompt to see what we are going to get. So this is the free version, and I already have this prompt prepared. And so let me put it here. Copy. So the prompt says, explain the idea of time dilation to a 10-year-old and then to a physics major. Provide both explanation in the same response and clearly label them, right? It's the same question we have here. If you cannot see, let me highlight that for you. And so it's the same prompt. Let's see what's going to happen. And for the sake of trying to prove a point, let's start the free version first, right? We're going to hit enter, and then we're giving it a lead, and then we hit enter here. Let's see what's gonna happen. So they are all writing. It looks as if the free version is going fast. Let's see. So as you can see, um, the free version finished faster than the paid version, but the paid version was giving more information. So let's see the results. Imagine you and your friend both have super accurate clocks. You find yourself get super faster. I'm not going to read everything, but let's look at this, and let's look at this as well. Imagine you and your friend both have super accurate clocks. So here it looks like it's the same, but from the second part, you stay on Earth, but your friend gets into a super fast spaceship that can fly almost as fast as light, right? When your friend comes back, something strange happens. Their clock shows less time has passed than yours. Maybe you got older by 10 years, but they only got older by 5. Crazy, right? This didn't really go into details explaining so many things. So this went further. Now look at the second paragraph. It went further to explain what it is, right? What is going on. But this thing stopped over here right away. Now, for a physics major, this is what is going to happen. And for a physics major, this is what it talked about. So as you can see here, the premium version goes a step further by giving more accurate information. This doesn't really do a good job of giving you everything because it's kind of limited with its processing speed and thinking. And so you get the whole idea. Now let's try another prompt, which is for generating image. And let's see what's going to happen. And let's see what kind of image it's going to give us. And so here we put the image and then we put the same prompt here. And now this image says generate an image of a futuristic city floating above the clouds with glowing neon structures, flying vehicles, and a warm sunset in the background. The style should be ultra detailed cinematic concept art. Okay, the same thing here. Now, here again, we're going to give the free version a start. So go and then let's go here. Now let's see the image. Who is going to win and how that is going to. You see, with the free version, you can even start creating another image whilst this is processing. With the free version, with the free version, you cannot generate two images at the same time, right? And also, one thing I've realized is that the paid version is always faster than the free version. And so let's see what we are going to get with this image. And we can start generating another image with the plus version. As is still working on the image. So let's see what's going to happen. Who is going to win in this? And just not to waste time, I wish I could just, flip the screens, but I want you to see who is going to win. And then the, um, we can switch back to the slides. And if this is really making sense, if you are getting any value in this, please type value in the chat box so I can see, right? Because I cannot interact. It's not a two-way interaction. So if I don't get any feedback from you, I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not. So please hit value if this is making sense to you. If you are getting value from this session, please let me know. Yeah. So. Okay, this one kind of won. Let's see here. Let me see. Probably because of the browser. Yeah. So there's something wrong with this browser. So for just for your notice, I'm using two different browsers because I was logging into two different with different accounts. And so this is Microsoft Edge, and this is um, Google. And so there's something wrong with the browser, but probably usually the plus version will generate the image faster than the free version. So um, yeah, there's something wrong here. And so, but yeah, that is what it's going to give you. Now I'm just waiting to see what we are going to get with the plus version. Now that we have this image, I'm going to switch on to the slide so that we don't waste too much time. But you know that this one won. But in in real time, if you're doing this, you're gonna see that the premium or the plus version is always going to win. And there's something wrong with the browser. I think I have to update my browser for some reason. It's not, it shouldn't take this long anyway. So let me flip the screen to the slides so that we can, and then we are gonna come back to the the video, I mean, the images. And so here, hold on, ready. All right. So as you can see, the free version has limitations. The free version of ChatGPT is impressive and perfect for casual users exploring AI capabilities. However, it comes with several constraints that can impact your experience, especially during peak times or when tackling complex projects. Because when you are using the free version, one, it's slow with its responses, and especially during working hours where everybody is having, accessing the platform, it's going to give you a slow feedback, and also the quality of the content. And it also gives you up to a limit. And so let's say you have free 10 prompts. After those 10 prompts, it stops. It tells you that, hey, come back in 5 hours time. With a plus, you don't have that restriction. You can use it as long as you want. So there's a slower response times, and there's the limited module that I showed you. You are restricted to older or less capable AI modules. The most advanced reasoning and language capabilities are reserved for plus subscribers. Obviously, it makes sense. They are paying, so they have to get the best part. Slower response time during high traffic times. Free users experience notably slower responses. You might wait longer for answers, especially during business hours or peak. The memory, what is it? Yeah. No memory training. So with the plus version, you can train it to memorize things, and even after 6 months, it can come back, right? But with the free version, it's more of a conversational kind of conversation, and so it doesn't really store so many things. I think when I had my free version, it was still able to store some information, because sometimes when I type something, it tells me that memory updated, even with the free version. And so those of us who started with them early, even with the free version, we still have some of these features that new subscribers don't have. I don't know if I downgrade to a free version, even if I'm going to lose my features. But yeah, and with the free version, you couldn't upload files. But some, like I said, some people can upload files, so it depends on what you are using your chat GPT for. But it wasn't allowing free uploads, but we're gonna check that file uploads. But I think you can do now, because before I upgraded, I was able to do that. And also, you have limited complex reasoning, and so challenging tasks requiring deep analysis, multi-step problems, um, or advanced logic may produce incomplete or less accurate. And this is where it's very dangerous if you are using the free version and you are doing some sophisticated work. You are going to get wrong sense a lot of hallucination, and that might make you look really, really bad. And so you have to be careful. If you know that you are serving a business and you are doing a lot of things that brings you money, then you want to be paying for the premium version. Otherwise, you are going to give bad results to your clients, and it's occasionally updated info. So that is that. The plus is lightning fast performance, as we just learned, even though my browser, due to my browser, we couldn't get that. Improved memory and style. And so the memory is improved. It's for business and research. It's ready for business and research. And advanced tools like I showed you, the GPTs, the projects you can create, the list goes on and on and on and on. You can do a lot of integration with other apps which don't have AI in them. And this AI is going to build like a wrapper around the software. So you leverage AI on these applications, and it has a superior long form writing. So you can overload it with information and still get a good feedback. The kind of input that you put in a prompt depends on, if it's too much, it's going to override the space that is limited for the space. I don't know if I'm making sense, but let's say you have 1,000 character for the free version to ask a question. With the plus version, you have maybe a 2,000 character question that you can input in. So that is what is, and it's multi-purpose powerhouse, excellent at diverse tasks. YouTube content creation. If you are somebody who creates YouTube, you need that. Job search optimization, sales copywriting, website development, email automation, and much more. If you have clients that you are serving, you want to go for the plus version, right? So that is that. And you have to start free. If you are, especially if you are new and you are starting out, you want to go with the free version, learn as much as you can. And that is the beauty. Start free and upgrade when you are ready. You don't have to learn everything at the same. And most of us just use it for basic stuff, so you don't really need that upgrade. But if you are serving clients, I encourage you to do that. And the free version is perfect for casual exploration and learning, occasional questions, and simple tasks, students and hobbyists, and anyone testing the waters with AI. So it's perfect for us. And let's go back to our image. And as you can see, my image is still not here, but you would see. And this is, yeah, I need to update this, and I might not even finish before. Yeah, but as you can see now, the image is, let's blow this up and blow this up. Now you can see the difference, right? This is a very good example of what I was talking about. Now look at the details of the image. This is suspended in the sky based on the prompt that we gave. Now you can see all the space shapes, it's beautiful with a lot of details, but with the free version, look at the image. Even though it looks good, if you are not comparing it with the plus version, you might think that, oh, this image is great, but look at the big difference. Look at the sunset, how profound it is, and look at what is here. Big, it's like day and night. And so that is the advantages. So if you are somebody who provides images, you do creatives and things that you have to design images, you want to go with the plus version. And yeah, but one good thing is that there is a tool called Merlin. It's a tool that can give you access to all the paid version, and it's the same way. If it's free, it's going to be free up to a certain usage, maybe 5, 10 prompts, and after that you have to pay. And so instead of paying for, let's say, one language module, which might be limited to only one task or a few, you can get another AI tool which has all the different modules, and that is Merlin AI. Oh, Merlin AI. And I have the link. I'm going to share that with you. But that is what Merlin can do. Merlin has so many different AIs in there that can help you to access different modules. Uh, man. Um, yeah, I'm not going to do that right now, but I'm going to give a special training on different modules of AI. And so let's move on. And right now, let's see. Um, let's move this here. And yeah, so I think right now you know the differences between, just to recap, you know the difference between the plus and the free version, and whether how to decide if you want to use the premium version against the paid version. And so I hope this um, session was very useful and valuable to you. If this was really valuable, please come back next week. Next week, the date, the time, the date is going to change a little bit, and probably the time, but I will update you on Facebook and also in the community. But you can also subscribe to this channel so that you're going to see under the live tab when the next class is coming. So stay tuned for the next session. We will dive deep into the art of mastering prompt engineering, which is very, very, very important. I always talk about prompt engineering. This is really something that you want to master so that you can use ChatGPT effectively to unlock the full potential of your AI assistant and transform your interactions with it. And so don't miss out on the future insights and tutorials. Please subscribe to this channel, like it, share this video with other friends. It helps the channel to grow so that we can reach other people who are looking for things like this. You know, a lot of people don't know we are having this free live sessions. And so share this video, share this YouTube channel with your network, and let them come and enjoy. And they will thank you all the time for helping them see the light in with AI and digital marketing. And I want to thank you for joining this class today. And so until we meet again next week, I always want to say thank you very much for being part of this family. The goal is to leverage the power of AI. AI is not here to destroy any of us. What the media is not talking about is that for every AI that is for every job that is displayed, 3 to 5 AI jobs are created, and people are not talking about that. We always focus on the negative things. We don't really talk about the positive part, and so this is going to be interesting, and I have a lot coming up in future lessons. And so please join as we move along. As you get the foundation strengthened with the basics, we're going to go into a deeper dive where we're going to talk about how you are going to really dive it into our